So, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Hellblade. Ja, wir sind auf den Spuren unseres geliebten Dillion. Vor allem hast du ein blaues Licht. Und ja, mal gucken, ob es wirklich er ist oder ob es das einfach nur eine Illusion ist. Oder uns einfach nur das innere Licht uns führen will. Uns den Weg zeigt, wo es als nächstes hingeht. Durch diese trostlosen Lande hier. Weil hier ist ja wirklich nichts. Auch so eine Leere, dieses Leid. Hier, gestrandete Schiffe, alles zerstört. Aber das ist Helheim. Und sie sieht natürlich keine christliche Religion, also keine Hölle aus, wie wir sie kennen. Das ist sozusagen eine andere Art von Hölle, aber für die Kelten. Nicht für die Christen. Habe ich eigentlich Fußabdrücke? Oh, schade, nein. Okay, aber der Boden sieht von so an schon richtig gut aus. Ist auch mit letzter Kraft, ist sie sich durch die Gegend hier am Schleppen. Ich kann zwar rennen, aber das wird dann zwischendurch mal ein bisschen abgebrochen.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
So hat sie also kämpfen gelernt. In der Jugend hat sie den Dillion, ihren späteren Geliebten, hat sie die ganze Zeit beim Training zugesehen. Boah, ist das hell.
Where is she going? What does she find? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
Und so hat sie es selber in Erinnerung.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Die Musik und allein auch das Aussehen hier ist so Wahnsinn.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you And
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Wow.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Das ist ihr letztes Versprechen an ihn gewesen.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Ich gehe ja schon dorthin. Ah, da ist noch so ein Lyrikstein. Aber da komme ich ja eh nicht hoch. Das Wasser sieht aber auch gut aus hier. Was ist das für ein Gebäude da hinten? Ah.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Na gut.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Ja, das sind diese ganzen keltischen Geschichten, die der Lyrikstein immer erzählt. Ganz interessant, so wird man dann auch was von den Kelten was erfahren hier. Ah, jetzt bin ich hier oben am Baum. Ah, da. Was ist das denn? Ein Schwert.
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it. It's the metal runestones. It's in front of you.
Tja, dann muss also jetzt Prüfung bestehen hier.
The metal.
Was das so für welche sein werden.
There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see? Go to it. It's not safe.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Warte mal, ganz schön Aussetzer. Ach, das ist das Haus, wa? Ja. Was wir aus der Ferne gesehen haben.
The bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Sam?
Müssen wir halt hier lang.
What is it? What does it see? Get closer. So it's here to watch you fail again. Where are we?
Oh,
It's the same. It's another world.
alles noch ganz.
It's lighter. It's nicer. I like
Ach
it
so.
here.
Jetzt sind wir in Valhalla.
Can
Genau.
we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it's safe here. It's calm.
Das sind diese Blickschalen, nennen die sich. Bei den Kelten. Man kann die zwei Welten damit sehen. Einmal Helheim und einmal Valhalla. Das ist halt hell und erleuchtet und alles ganz. Was haben wir denn? Ah, die Brücke ist ganz, ja.
The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Und hier sind die Schiffe auch ganz. Auch die Brücke und alles.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world, fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Dillion is in there. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting.
Das ist eine Kette vor. Komm ich nicht rein.
He's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here.
Aber vielleicht in einer anderen Welt. Wie cool das gemacht ist. Wir sehen diesen Unterschied zwischen Helheim und Valhalla.
It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe.
Okay, hier ist es offen.
Dillion, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go before he disappears. Dillion, don't lose him. Way too many times. You always let him disappear. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one.
Dylan ist auch in Helheim. Genauso wie sie.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Ach, okay, ich sehe es. Cool.
Senua.
Die Lichteinflüsse. Ja, da oben ist wieder. Ja, da oben ist wieder eine Kette drum.
He's in the dark world. He's gone to the dark world. You're in the
Jetzt habe ich es ja gelöst, jetzt kann ich wieder in die andere Welt. Ja.
The dark without you.
Ja, ich gehe ja schon in die dunkle Welt.
You are guilty.
Da ist er.
Was it worth
Where are you taking me?
He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. She can find the way.
Mach ich mal schnell die Treppe richtig.
Everything gets broken in the end.
You killed him with your love because he believed in
Loki
you.
makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Toll.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead.
He doesn't deserve to be dead. How does that make you feel?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
You're cursed.
Und die nächsten Rätselteile. Hier ist immer so eine Abwechslung zwischen Rätsel, Kämpfen,
She trained hard
Story.
alongside her friend.
Ist eigentlich gut gemacht.
Dillion. She saw things no one else could.
Vielleicht
Patterns,
unten was.
shapes. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between 2 worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillion, her future. 2 realities tearing at her soul.
You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again, you can.
Ah, hier ist was. Ah, ich sehe es, ja.
Look what happened. Wasting your time. You have no time for this. Speed up. She controls They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up and now they
Okay,
can't
von der Seite komme ich halt nicht weiter.
What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you, What if they take you no closer to Dillian? That's Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Gucken, vielleicht ist hier eins, was unten ist. Ja, könnte sein. Ein Pfeil. Ah, okay. Ich sehe ihn schon. Oder? Ja.
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe? Dillian loves you.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can rule.
Nee, das ist falsch rum.
They mean nothing.
Na, okay, muss ich auf der anderen Seite. Aha.
The gods are just What if the gods
Boah, hier ist die Brücke ganz. Und wie lang die ist.
Messing with her
It wouldn't be this.
be the first time.
Ah, falsche Seite. Aber wie komme ich denn da jetzt rüber?
Dillian believed in you.
Ach, hier ist ein Weg. Okay. Ah, jetzt oder wieder ein Glückstein.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Gut, jetzt noch hier durch. Na, nee, das ist ja ein Schloss vor. Da komme ich halt nicht durch. Ja.
He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within.
You broke it. You came out and I couldn't see the darkness within you.
Jetzt muss ich nur hinten die Brücke runterlassen. Wieder in die andere Welt rein und dann kann ich dann nachher das letzte Rätsel da machen.
She is pure darkness.
So, jetzt wieder zurück. Jetzt durch. Erstmal den. Ah, den habe ich eben schon gesehen.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
He was the only one that didn't mind the Kanal.
Also Hella ist das Böse in Person. Und bei jedem wird sie anders dargestellt.
What if this is pointless? What are you doing? Why did you think you could make
Ah, ich muss in die andere Welt wieder runter und dann jetzt runter und dann haben wir es geschafft. Hoffe ich doch mal. Oder kommt noch was danach?
What if they don't actually
Dann haben wir die erste Prüfung.
the gods were lying? You think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you. It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the words the gods want. But it doesn't mean anything. You can't read this language. You don't understand it. You wasted.
Aber was ist denn, wenn ich jetzt hier in die andere Welt reingehe?
Succeed. So, quicker. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Why didn't you listen to him?
Na, okay, das ist abgeschwert. Schade. Also der Weg ist mir halt nur für diese Welt gewährt. Muss auch ganz schön hoch.
It's not safe.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the Druids, like her father, Zinbel.
You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Be quick. Be quick. Careful. Breathe.
Hui. Was?
Where's he gone? It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him.
Das war nicht meine Schuld.
Just calm to your water.
Jetzt rede ich auch schon mit den Stimmen, ey. Mann, das soll mich in Ruhe lassen.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you paid for the
You
gift
did
you
it,
have?
but there's more. There's more.
The gift that makes you so special in my head.
There's still more. There's always more.
Just another
It's
part
not
of
going
this
to
love.
be easy. Can you do another one? It's too much.
I lived for the wilds to protect you from my
Got the energy.
darkness.
No. Too much to do.
Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Das erste Rätsel haben wir geschafft. Also die erste Prüfung. Fehlen noch 3. Jo, aber die werden wir beim nächsten Mal jetzt sehen. Danke fürs Zusehen und bis bald.